burdock seeds, but you can very readily get cuby berries and yuba ursi and peach leaves for that condition. Syphilis is a skin disease. If it regresses further, it goes into something that we call herpes these days. And these are the remedies for herpes and skin diseases: burdock, prickly ash. You don't have to use all these herbs. Again, we're just purifying the blood with the burdock, and maybe we'll use some echinacea, and maybe we'll use a little white pine bark. But you don't have to use all. You can just use 3. The 3 you could use, it could be red clover along with burdock. That gives you 2, and all you need is 1 more. I suggest just use the golden seal for its all-around purposes. Sprains, torn muscles, and ligaments, comfrey is the one you want to use for that condition. Sore throat, you can gargle. You can use ginger. That's very popular for sore throat. Sage, gargle with that and swallow that. Raw lemon juice is popular. But any one of these herbs would do. The fenugreek, which helps soothe the condition. Hyssop will open up the pores. The hops to relax the condition. The mullein to cleanse the skin that may be irritated. Release the impurities in the skin that may be irritating the throat. But again, you can go to your spices, the oregano, ginger, anise. All those are good for it. Now you want some sleep, you're going into these herbs: hops, the skullcap, the catnip, the chamomile, the peppermints. All those are good to relax with. Sores, those are mostly skin diseases, and we use the blood purifying type herbs that, once again, we use the pimpernel, we use the poke root, aloes, cayenne. Sometimes we apply the cayenne directly to the sore. Aloe can be applied to the sore, made into a poultice. Golden seal is all around good for that. So I would say probably the golden seal for someone who's not up to speed with the herbs. Just take the golden seal in conjunction with chickweed. Spasms, we use things that are calmative: the catnip, which is good for relaxing the tissue, the skunk cabbage, the wild yam, the red root, which is antispasmodic. And inflammations, remember the TIS, I told you, the feverfew, the cat's claw, the anti-inflammatories, the black cohosh, the golden seal. Spleen, you store your blood there, and the spleen can get contaminated because the blood is dirty, so you go into some blood purifiers like dandelion root, golden seal, and yuba ursi. You can use the white oak bark again, fennel, hyssop. Snake bites, we're just trying to relieve the condition, so we use some black cohosh. Put some fennel on the bite itself, or some garlic or some cayenne. Actually, will help relieve the condition. To drink, you would use the echinacea. Probably echinacea and golden seal would be a good combination. Sore gums, a lot of people use golden seal and myrrh powder and put on their gums and gargle with it to relieve that condition. Golden seal powder, myrrh powder, good for that. Excessive desire and sex, people use these calmatives like hops, skullcap, calm the person's sexual desire down. But then a lot of people use the black willow and the lily root and star anise. This is redness of the skin, scarlatino. Just redness of the skin. We use rock rose. Scalds and burns, when you get scalded and burned, we use the skin type herbs. Some people apply the onions to the area, raw potatoes. Chickweed is always good for the skin. Stimulants, the cayenne is a good one. Speed stimulants would be ephedra. You don't want to use that to keep you up all night. Sort of acts like caffeine. The elder is good as a stimulant. Prickly ash, peppermint, and ginger. These are mild stimulants. Cloves, and red sage. Now then, we have, which one we have there? That's the scrofola. Again, we're using some of these old terms that are not even used anymore. So that's a swelling of the lymph glands. Basically, it's glandular infections, a swelling of the lymph glands, especially around the neck, scrofola. So we're dealing with glandular kind of conditions. We're back to using those mucosal membrane type herbs, the colt's foot, the cleavers. You see, we're back to those kind of things that release mucus congestion. But all around for scrofola, I would say the echinacea and the comfrey, and maybe gold burdock. Echinacea, comfrey, and burdock would be good for scrofola. Scurvy is usually vitamin C deficiency. So a herbal they we use for the skin